Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Campaign 12, Ill Omens. I am your host, as always, Virinity Void. This here is Part 8. We are in 1604. If you want to know what happened in the previous parts, please go back and watch them. They are integral to understanding how we got here. In the meantime, before we get really underway, I'm going to go read some national ideas. In fact, I'm going to read some national ideas of one that killed my nation, or at least contributed heavily to the death of one of my nations. That is Strathclyde. We're going to read the third and the fourth national ideas of Strathclyde and see what they're all about. So, the third national idea of Strathclyde is the center of the Isles. Even though they are exiled from the Isles, Outclut stands in the middle of the British Isles and thus has plenty of foreign communities cropping up on its land. It is here where the Goidelic, Pictish, Brythonic, and Anglian peoples and tongues all mix and converge. Number of accepted cultures +3. And the fourth national idea is Rock of the Clyde. Our traditional capital lay at Dumbarton Castle, a site with an ancient history tracing back to the Iron Age. The stronghold is so important that its name became applied to our entire kingdom. Fort defense +15%. So indeed, Strathclyde, they have a veritable amount of defensiveness at their backing, and they can also take on as many cultures as they need to. Indeed, they're at 5 out of 6 accepted cultures, so making good use of that. However, they cannot field all of their colonists right now because 1, they're at war, and 2, they are in slight amounts of debt. They already have 2 colonists going over here in North Africa, but their other 2 are waiting. The mercenaries hired from Memmingen, that is Fortu's regiment, are in Iberia and could be laying waste to Strathclyde's own or new home region. I guess we'll see about that. And in the meantime, the other wars that we have are Basra, or the Basri Order, going after Taif still. The Moldavian Succession War being won by Belobog as well as Moldavia. Serbia and Circassia are suffering, unfortunately. However, Serbia is over here kicking ass in the Delta Squadrons, so there is that. Well, maybe not kicking ass, but, you know, they're trying. They are definitely trying. And then we have Sulu going after Shun. I thought Shun was dead, but Shun apparently lives on, and, you know, Sulu is trying to do stuff over here. Anyways, let's get it going. What also surprises me is that Amago and Utsunomiya are still allied together. They don't want to go after each other's land, even though Amago has far fewer troops than Utsunomiya. I'm not sure. How are the institutions doing? So, Renaissance is already spread in Japan. Jasha doesn't have a Renaissance. Sulu is slowly getting Renaissance, and Penacony is slow. They should be getting it soon enough, but I don't know. It might take a while. Transvaal already has Renaissance. Kassanje is slowly getting it. Damot and West Africa do not have Renaissance yet, and the entirety of South America does not have it yet. Interesting indeed. I don't know I genuinely do not know if we are going to get, if we are going to get the Renaissance. Colonialism spawned in. It's a distinct possibility that we may not see any sort of colonialism institution spawn in, which will undoubtedly hold the game up in terms of age. We are in the age of Reformation, but we need to progress further if we want to do more. Gwyneth and Polotsk are going after Chi-Shi, and Chi-Shi is allied with Belobog, and therefore Belobog has dragged in Moldavia. Moldavia has peaced out with Serbia and affirmed the crown of Moldavia belongs to Belobog. So there is that much happening. Circassia also lost a little bit to Belobog here. So Belobog has some interest over here. I'm very curious to see if how this personal union is going to go. So far, at least, it seems to be going very well. Polotsk is getting dismantled, and so Belobog is going to take more land. Chishi may take more land. However, Dumnonia is a distinct threat in the region. They should not be underestimated in the slightest. They have this nice land over here in what is modern-day Poland to Lithuania, this region, and they're also consolidating control over Scandinavia. Dumnonia is very much a threat in the region. That's the long and short of it. Socotra has been not fully annexed, mostly annexed. Where does that leave you? You are left in Korea. Interesting. The Basri Order now has land in the Indian Ocean. All right. And so the circle around Yaman closes in ever tighter. It should be noted that even though Armenia and the Basri Order do not border each other, the Basri Order is 3 military techs behind. So, sure, the Basri Order has a lot of troops at the ready, and they could go after Yaman. However, if they go after Yaman, Armenia is going to be drawn in with their technologically superior troops. I'm not sure how the Basri Order is going to fare in that sort of thing, in that sort of war. Austria trying to tame Serbia for Pest, and it's a very valuable province. 17 development farmlands. Oof. Serbia relying on Circassia as much as they can, but I'm not sure Circassia can really do anything. And on top of that, the lion's share of Serbian troops are in Circassia, and I don't think they're going to be going really anywhere. Constantinople is also drawn into this, so Constantinople could take these Circassian provinces in the Greek region, which would be very, very good for Constantinople. Rostov is allied with Circassia and the Delta Squadrons. Pretenders are going to be staging a coup in Norge, and it's getting more interesting. There's a lot of politicking going around. Austria and Memmingen are looking pretty strong, but not like hegemonic strong, if you know what I mean. Gwyneth battling the Knights of Polotsk and losing. However, that's a silver lining on a pile of shit, because Polotsk is absolutely almost entirely defeated at minus 99 war score. God damn. It is dark days for are Belarusian. Circassians trying to siege down Rome, but the papacy is right there to kick their ass and push them back. So it does seem like Austria is going to fully kick out the Serbians from the Hungarian region. Interesting. Kabu is still over here. They're fighting against Kong once more. However, Zazao is in this too, as Kabu goes from the west, Zazao goes in from the east, and I don't think Kong is going to be able to withstand this two-pronged invasion. Indeed, the Hausa seem to be on the up and up, whereas the Senegambian are also on the up and up. The Diola doesn't look like it's going to be much. Much use holding out. Damot is still allied with Socotra, and Makassar is going after... okay. So, Socotra was colonizing Borneo, as well as the Basri Order. The Basri Order has taken some land over here too. However, Makassar is seeing fit that, no, you don't deserve to come over here. You stay the fuck away. Metaslavers, they are going after Champa again, as I predicted from the last part. Indeed, this land is very valuable to the Metaslavers. My question is, are they going to make Champa a tributary, or are they going to make Champa cease to exist? Both are distinct possibilities. Okay, we got quite a few wars. Makassar, okay, Kita Batake, Zazao, yep. Gwyneth still going after Chishi, Belobog. Oh, Gwyneth, I don't think you're gonna win that one. Polotsk has been divvied up some more, and yeah, and then Serbia's getting divvied up as well. Bali is trying to help out Champa, but it's not gonna work. Strathclyde going after Tausai again, trying to gobble up the rest of Iberia, I would say. I'm not sure how that's going to go against Wasconia and then Catalonia, but hey, this exile for this exile of Strathclyde has proven to be very fruitful. Same with Dumnonia. The papacy taking land from Serbia, and Austria taking a sizable chunk of land from Serbia as well. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces. And these are pretty valuable provinces too. Do not underestimate Austria after this. Like, they will be of considerable threat considering they also have allies. Mamluks, oh, they're at war. Ramazan is going for a reconquest of Adana. However, okay, so Ramazan is fighting Constantinople and Crete, so really it's only Constantinople. Constantinople is fighting Ramazan, the Mamluks, and Armenia. And Armenia is on the same tech level as Ramazan and Constantinople. The Mamluks are merely one military tech behind. The stakes are fairly even here in terms of technological prowess. I am very curious to see how this war is going to go. This could be deciding some significant regional factors depending on what happens. Pivotal battle. Armenia and the Mamluks taking a crossing and terrain penalty. However, they have the discipline against Constantinople. They do not have the morale, but they also do have the tactics. So I do believe that Ramazan's alliance chain is going to thwart these armies from Constantinople, where once it looked pretty bleak for Ramazan being split into two and losing their core capital. They're slowly coming back into this, and they are gaining momentum. What other wars we got? Kong, they lost quite a bit of land to Zazao. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces. And then I have to believe that Kong is going to lose more land to Kabu. Yes, they have quite a bit of land. Kong, where once they looked strong, now they look weak. Teammates, they are slowly filling out this land, and they're allied to RUOK, Death Pact again, and the S. Interesting change in alliances. Latolo, allied with Pegu and Yargyab. Yargyab is allied with Pegu, Death Pact again, and Latolo. Golok is allied with Chahar, RUOK, and Myeongvax. Champa, they have been fully occupied. This land is becoming more and more devastated. The peasants are rising up. And the Metaslavers, they are not content with just occupying all of Champa. No, they really want to go after Bali next. The Chinese are making their authority felt, even in Sumatra, even down toward Java, I believe. Socotra, occupying a slight bit of Kita Batake, but Kita Batake, they live up here. They live up north as a tributary of Utsunomiya. Interesting stuff. Oh my goodness, the momentum has been snowballing hard, and Constantinople itself has fallen. Ramazan, as well as the Mamluks and Armenia, are absolutely going on a rampage. Crete is just standing by saying, hey, I can't do anything, fam. Good luck. It is a very, very dark day for the descendants of the Latin Empire. Tausai as well, they are under assault, and oh my goodness, just look at that turnaround. Constantinople, sure, they kept the capital, but Ramazan has truly just turned the tables with their allies. The Turks, They're back into this. They really are back into this. God damn. I didn't expect them to just rocket back into place like that. That's intense. Still no colonialism. Still nothing. Transvaal, did you even take exploration? You did not. Got you. And Strathclyde, they did take it. Okay. Gwynedd did not. Barry did not. Wasconia has not. Catalonia, no. I'm just seeing who took exploration and expansion. Fortrue did. But again, like no one is colonizing North America or South America from Europe. It's all just Transvaal. I don't think I have ever seen colonialism not spawn, and there also be a colonial nation be in the New World already formed, and colonialism, the institution, not spawn. That's just a little weird to me. Ah, okay. Cuba's colonizing there. I got you. What other wars do we got? Yeah, Tausai is just being battered and bruised. I feel like it's only a matter of time before they get fully annexed, unfortunately. The Infected, they are invading Big Cato. Makassar and Kitapatake, they're still going after Socotra, and Paradox is invading Big Cato. Kanpech they have completely abandoned Big Cato to be divvied up by their enemies, and it is brutal. In fact, there was a quick war that the Golden Eighth conducted against Cato, and they just took some cheap provinces away. Like, it's brutal, but I don't blame them. Big Cato is now on an island all alone, and they can't really do anything. They don't have any military left. Paradox is going to take southern portions. The Undead are going to take northern portions, and that's all she wrote, really. I got nothing else to say. Marajo, their name has finally normalized, and Lost Kemet is under attack by the Mapuche. And La Plata, because La Plata is allied to Mapuche. La Plata and Lost Kemet are on the same tech level, however, Mapuche is one tech down, and it does appear as though Lost Kemet is going to be suffering from these two just piling on. I should note that Inti makes forts. Fortifications are costlier to maintain, and supply limits are much lower. And then, Catholicism, -1 tolerance of the true faith, missionary strength against heathens, -1%. And then Lost Kemet, their religion gives global trade power, provincial trade power modifier, -15%, and great project upgrade costs, +25%. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's just how the dice rolls, man. I am curious if Marajo is gonna eventually go in on La Plata. If Marajo thinks they can go in, I don't know. It could happen. Oh, we have a lot. Okay, La Tolo is being attacked by Are You Okay for Jaunpur. What's it called? Oh no, some of these I already saw. However, the meta-slavers are going after Chahar, Jasha, and Golok. Jasha, I don't think you're gonna like this war. It is gonna be brutal. Relatively same tech level, but the meta-slavers, they have over 100,000 troops. I'm just saying, that's a lot. However, over here, Latolo, they have no allies. They have been abandoned. Oh no. Oh goodness. I did not think Latolo would be abandoned like this, but considering how small they are and what valuable land they hold, I can kind of understand it. I can understand the mentality of people abandoning ship. Johor, also, hey, they're contributing. They're sieging down Golok. Also, Metaslavers, they made a tributary out of Champa. And they took land from Champa. It is going to be a green day in this fucking region. It's going to be a very, very green day. Golok. That's not their capital at Kamdo. However, it is, it's hurting. Things are hurting in every field. Golok is suffering. Chahar is suffering. Jasha is going to be suffering. Indeed, Jasha tried to fight, but the Metaslavers, they just have the numbers. They really do, and they're not even breaking a sweat. They have plenty of manpower available to rely on. You're just not going to get past them. You're not going to break them down. And Latolo divvied up some more. In fact, Death Pact has waged their own war, so yeah, it's going to be a partition. It is going to be a brutal partition, just like Big Cato. Indeed, Big Cato is being partitioned. Paradox took over the southern portion, and then Golden Eighth, they are taking out the rise of the undead, so, you know, culling those zombie numbers in full. You know what? I think I might have to just do something so that... I think for part 9, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and adjust... I'm going to try to adjust the... what's it called? The institution file. For Doge's Shattered Europa, the local version I run. And then I will test out and see if colonialism spawns. And then part 9, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Saluzzo is another one where people just see what's happening and they say, I abandoned ship. I am not dealing with this. Because this is the papal conquest of Savona. And it is only Saluzzo in this war. In fact, the papacy has allied with Bari, and it's going to be another partition. Austria is at war with... Oh, wait, what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We have another succession war. Polotsk is currently under the crown of Gascony, Wasconia. And Wasconia is allied with Cuba, the Mamluks, and Gwyneth. That's a very weird alliance chain, but it is. Who's contesting them? It is Austria. And it is only Austria. The papacy isn't in this war. No. It is only Austria. Here's who Austria is at war with. Very far-flung people, I would say. And I'm not really sure if Austria can do anything about this. Wasconia, while they are divided up into 4 domains, they still got some power behind them, and Gwyneth landed troops, so, you know, Austria, you got some might in you, you got some backing, you got some military prowess, you gotta show it off. And it doesn't look like it's enough. Wasconia may very well affirm their hold over Polotsk. And I'm not really sure how that's going to shake out. That only seems like it's going to be bad for Polotsk because, Wasconia, because their influence is so far to the east and it's so split up. It's like, what do you do? How do you keep Polotsk in line? I don't know. Taosai, somehow they're alive, and they're alive on the island of Cephalonia. Okay. I'm not gonna question it. Taosai, you do you, brother. The Metaslavers, they didn't take any land from Golok, but they took a lot of land from Chahar, and I believe they took some land from Jasha as well. Yeah, they did. Man, it is... Like I said, it is a green day in East Asia. What is this? Catalonia, the Catalonian conquest of Trapani. I think that's over here. Yeah, right here. So Norge once again being invaded, and I don't think there's really anything Norge can do. Fortune is in that war as well. And Austria, indeed, they are being occupied. Let's see what other wars are going on. Yep. Golden Eighth extending their influence. Going after Paradox as well as Cuba. Vinland has been formed by Iceland. Or Island. Okay. Still no colonialism, goddammit. God, it's just... Oh my god. Is that Paradox winning a battle down here? It is. Golden Eighth? Did they overstretch themselves? Maybe. I would be shocked if they did. And, yeah, Cuba is... helping, I guess? Somehow? I don't know. It is tough, though, because Golden Eighth, they just got more military prowess, I think. But I don't think it's impossible for Paradox to hold and make a white peace. What's really worrying is when the manpower refills for Golden Eighth. Excuse me. When the manpower comes back for Golden Eighth later on for round 2, what happens then? Really, what happens then? Protestant rebels, they are abound in the papacy. I don't know what's going to happen there. Wasconia has confirmed their authority over Polotsk, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. It feels rather awkward, if I'm honest. I'm just... I don't know. It just feels awkward. What other wars do we got? The Jianzhou Alliance, Amago, and Utsunomiya are trying to fight back against Jasha after, you know, Jasha invaded while Jianzhou Alliance was at their lowest point. And indeed, they are doing so. Kita Batake is on the side of Jasha, however, it's, yeah. The Jianzhou Alliance, as well as Amago, they're running rampant through here, and I don't think it helps that the Metaslavers were just fighting Jasha earlier. You know, kind of hurts. Lost Kemet, also, they lost a bad war against Mapuche and La Plata, so unfortunate days for Panda's submissions. I was hoping that they would do well, but being religiously isolated, it's harsh. There's no, like, Lost Kemet and Jasha, they have no allies, or they have... It takes them a very long time to get allies because of the religious difference. Okay, well, Golden Eighth. What's it gonna be? Okay, so you lose the first battle, maybe win the second battle. Cuba has landed troops. Cuba is trying to help out their friend. It's just not working, though. It is not working. Cuba is one military tech behind. It's not a lot, but it makes a difference. It does make a difference in the end. Strathclyde, they're looking large and in charge, but they still got Catalonia to deal with. Also, the throne of Catalonia has been claimed by Fortune. Interesting. Fortune to claim the throne in a peace offer. Well, luckily, like, Fortune is not at war with Catalonia or anything. Still, though, that is concerning. Catalonia has no heir, and their ruler is 39 years old. On monarch death, a noble from the house succeeds, but still, I don't know. Worry, oh worry. Ramazan is allied with Serbia, so the enemy of the Serbians, the Turks, turn out to be perhaps the greatest savior of the Serbians. Interesting times we live in. Johor and the Metaslavers, are going after Kitabatake, Makassar, and Jasha. And then the slaves themselves are going after the Jianzhou Alliance. So yeah, it's a pandemonium up there in Manchuria. It is... Who even knows what's going on here anymore? Jasha, they lost the war. But I mean, Johor is now going after Jasha and Kitabatake. So, you know, while you watch this, I'm going to go take a sip of my drink. Been talking nonstop for like 30 minutes. Ah. Okay, let's see here. Johor, Pegu, Sulu, and the Metaslavers. If you are allied with the Metaslavers, that's your biggest guarantee of safety. That was really about it. Even the fleet of the Metaslavers, like, it's pretty powerful. 53 ships. Compared to, like, Bali with 19 and Makassar with 20. Like, the Metaslavers, they don't mess around. Hell, you can just take a look at their national ideas. They got some very, very good ones. You know, while the Jianzhou Alliance is getting dismantled, let's go see the value of some nodes. 7.1 or 7.3. Ooh, Burma with that 10.8. Canton 13.95. Chengdu 7.7. Trade nothing in Hangzhou. 5.2 in Japan. Okay. Philippines 4.4. 2.1 in Siam. Got some okay numbers. Not as big as I was expecting, but, you know. What about Europe? Ooh, only 1.6 here in Venice and 3.5 in Genoa. 12.06 in Bordeaux. 1.7 in the English Channel. 1.52 in Lubeck. 20.8 in fucking the Baltic Sea. Good gods. And 13.4 in Novgorod. That's some good shit. Let's take a look at the New World just a little bit. 13.5 in California. What's it called? Mississippi River 3 or 2. Now it's 2. Mexico got some good fucking value going. 31.9. Nothing in Panama. 7.4 in the Caribbean. 12.2 in the Amazons. 1.1 in Lima. And then Coiba? I don't know. 6.8. And then Brazil with 8.5. 0 in Rio de la Plata. And 3.2 in Patagonia. I'll check a couple more. Polynesia. 3.2 over here in Polynesia. And we got 6.9 here in Australia. And then we have 8.9 in the Moluccas. Interesting numbers. I think we really need fucking colonialism to spawn. So, you know, try and count on colonialism to spawn in part 10. I'm gonna do some work and try and almost guarantee that colonialism spawns at the beginning of part 10. We'll see. Latolo, they aren't completely out, but they are very down on their luck. They are still allied with Yargyab. And Constantinople, they are now being invaded by the papacy. The papacy is trying to, rectify these failures of their Catholic brethren in faith. And the papacy is looking fucking huge, man. I gotta say, this is the strongest papacy we've ever seen, I believe. I think. I don't think we've ever seen a papacy, like, actually get that big. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's a little insane if I'm honest. Cuba, where else are you colonizing? I'm just very curious. You're not colonizing anywhere. You're really just promoting development. Why? You know what? You do you. I'm not gonna question you too much. Not yet, at least. Well, maybe they're limited by the AI because they are technically a post-colonial nation, and they want to just stick to their colonial region. That could be it. I'm not entirely sure. Wasconia. Okay, Polotska's a little bit of liberty desire. However, Moldavia has 0. Belobog is large and in charge. Should be noted, though, Dumnonia, they're right next to... you can think of Dumnonia as like a Prussia, Sweden sort of situation. Because that's basically what they are. They're just wearing black instead of blue. Bostri Order. Okay, the Bostri Order is slowly catching up in military technology. Interesting. Strongest team on Earth. You are colonizing westward. Okay. You're expanding the Teapot Thunderdome, or the Teapot Dome. The Jianzhou Alliance. They're suffering. And they are suffering some more. There's your diplomatic map mode for exactly what the Jianzhou Alliance lost. And let's see, what else do we have? Kitabatake, occupied by Johor. Surprisingly, Socotra still lives on. The Pirate Confederacy has made their home here in Cheongju. So I'm not sure how long that's going to last. Utsunomiya is down here. Kitabatake is down there. Alright. Kitara, still allied with Transvaal. In fact, Transvaal is allied with a lot. Kitara, Kanpech, the Bostri Order, and Strathclyde. Huh. Alright. Interesting stuff. Gong is under attack by Zazao. And I do believe Gong is going to be divvied up. Or partitioned, as we like to say in the business. How's the religious map looking? Protestantism still spreading nicely, and Reformed still spreading nicely as well. The papacy still racked with infighting. Indeed, the Protestants are living there, and they don't like it. They want to overthrow the papacy. You see this motherfucker right here, Pope Ioannis? However the fuck you say that? The 23rd? They want his head on a pike. Well, some Protestants do. Not all of them, some of them. Oh, Druidic religion. And they want independence for Desmond. Alright. What small wars do we got here? Hoyanshe! Hey, they woke up. They are at war with Osage as well as Pawnee, and I believe that's going to be a blowout, right? Yes. Yes, it is. Bali and Amago going after Makassar. Circassia trying to take out Constantinople. Dumnonia going after Norge, Vinland, and Strathclyde. What's it called? Tawirazia going after Vinland. We have 2 Vinlands, ladies and gentlemen. I just realized that. We have the colony of Vinland, or the colonial nation of Vinland, which is named Vinland. Sure. Yaman is going after Damot, and I don't know how well that's going to go. Does this mean you have a... God damn it. This is going to be confusing, but I think Tawira is going to win this. I think. You know, I could be wrong, but I think. Golden Eighth, they're just building up their stores, and Paradox, you better be fucking scared. You held them off for a little bit in that first war, but that was an exhausted Golden Eighth. Next time you face the Golden Eighth, they're gonna be ready to go, fully prepared, and you aren't gonna know what the fuck to do, I don't think. Yaman, trying to go after Damot. However, should be noted that Yaman is numerically inferior, technologically superior. Does it favor them? Discipline favors Damot, morale favors Yaman. Our tactics is the same. Yaman is able to stick it out to the end, but they take more losses in terms of troops. I don't know. Yaman, this might be a little much for you. Anyways, we're probably going to stop off in, I think, 1627. I think we'll do to 1627. We'll do August of that year. Okay, maybe Damot really just wants this land up here. I'm not sure why, but okay. Yaman is running out of manpower. That's my focus. Damot still has plenty of manpower to rely upon. And Kong, indeed, they're being partitioned by Kabu and Zazao. Let's see how that peace deal shakes out. Oh, well, I forgot. Kabu has this land up here. Circassia... is Ramazan going in too? Ramazan is going in too. Constantinople, 2 wars, 2 fronts, 1 destination, and that is death. Alright, with the coming end of this part, let's just see what wars we have before we do our little sign-off. Teammates, as well as Are You Okay? Going after Makassar, why? What has Makassar done to you? What? Oh, okay. Makassar has some stuff in Ceylon or Sri Lanka. Gotcha. So this is just really Makassar's neighbors trying to put them back on Sulawesi. All right, that's a laudable goal, I guess. Okay. And August 1st, 1627. Quite a lot has been changing, and we got another fucking succession war of all things, and that's that personal union. It's staying in place as far as I can tell. And we'll see about colonialism spawning in the next part. I will modify the institution file and see if that works, but it might not. I don't know. Well, I'll try what I can. I don't really have anything else to say, so I guess we should just go look at that scoreboard. In first place is the Golden Eighth. In second place is the Meta Slavers. In third place is Fortru. In fourth place is the Papal State. In fifth place is Wasconia Gascony. In sixth place is Dumnonia. In seventh place is the Belobog. In eighth place is the Basri Order. In ninth place is Strathclyde. In 10th place is Memmingen. In 11th place is Mexico. Paradox. And in 12th place is Austria. That'll be all for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next part.